What is up, y'all? You are now tuning in to Slaying It with Ray. If you are not yet a member of the Slay Gang and you would want to become a member, go ahead and mash that subscribe button for me. Now let's get into this knotless slay. If you are a returning subscriber, then welcome back and thank you for being part of the Slay Gang. So I done went back to my pre-parting method, y'all. So this is how I like to do my pre-parting method. If you're familiar with my parting, then you know I like to start off by parting everything down the middle, splitting the hair in half, and then I just did the partings from ear to ear. Now in her nape, I did 2 rows already. Normally when I do the nape, I like to do either 2 or 3 rows, just depending on what the client's head can fit. My client's head was pretty small, so I could fit 2 rows on the nape, and then I start going ear to ear. So basically I'm showing y'all how I get my knotless to be flat. And what you want to do is make sure that when you're putting your shining jam on there and you're combing the hair, you want to bring everything to the middle, because once the braid is laying at the middle, that's how you're going to get it flat and it's going to be able to move freely. If it's not in the middle, then it's going to be like lumpy and you're not going to be able to move it freely, and it's not going to lay flat if it's not directly in the middle of that box. So I started my client's hair a little later in the day, so I went ahead and did the pre-parting method. Now what I like about the pre-parting method is that I know exactly how many rows I have left, and I can see visually like what exactly is left. I didn't spend too much time parting. I spent probably about 10 minutes just trying to do the partings, because her hair is not, it wasn't like really thick. Like her strands are pretty fine, so it wasn't really hard to do. I like to pre-part from time to time, and that's what I chose to do for her. Now I did surprise myself when doing her hair, because I started at 11 and I want to say I was finished with her hair around like 5, which is good because I'm not big on rushing when I do knotless braids, y'all. I really like to take my time. Normally I'll do like 1 head of knotless a day, so it's not like I have to rush and do like a whole nother head after that. So I just like to take my time and make sure the braids look right. So being that I didn't have to spend that much time on these knotless, I think it was because of the pre-parting the pre-parting methods. That was like a major plus for me. So when your client has fine hair, you want to make sure that you're not overcrowding the hair with braids, meaning you don't want to do too many parts with the braids, but you also want to make sure that you're not giving too much of a scalpy look. So you also want to make sure that you're making sure that the braids are thick. And what I mean by making sure that the braids are thick, you want to make sure that they have the same consistency, and it will take away that scalpy look. But you want to make sure that you're not putting too much hair on the client's braid for that one section if the hair is fine, because it's going to be too much for the client's head. So you just want to make sure that you're putting enough hair to where you're covering the partings, but it's not too much for the client, if that makes sense. So I like to build my braid, and what I do is I pinch pieces of the braid hair off of the bundle as I'm going and braiding it in. I don't section the braid hair out anymore. I just pull it as I go. And what you want to do when you do that is just make sure that you're building it to the same consistency, so each braid can be consistent in the same size. Once you start doing it like that, it'll just come natural to you. You just want to make sure every braid is the same size, and then you can tell when you need to add hair in, because it'll feel like the braid is starting to get small. So once the braid starts to feel like it's getting small, just gradually add the hair in, and that's how you're building that consistent look that you want. Now I'm just going to let the video play, and I think the rest is pretty self-explanatory. Just go ahead and keep on watching the video until the end. If you have any questions, comment below in the comment section. If you've not yet subscribed, then make sure you mash that subscribe button for me and become part of the Slay Gang. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video. Continue watching though. Continue watching. Bye, sis.